This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
Once again, we are recording this early eve.
Mm-hmm.
First cocktail of the day.
Yum, yum, yum,
First
yum,
sip.
yum.
Look at this.
Look at you go.
Look at us go.
You know what is so funny?
What?
I was just listening to a good old psychobabble on
Oh,
the way
the best.
over.
The only podcast I will recommend besides ours.
Exactly. And for this reason, their most recent episode, Tyler said, "Cheers, Corey Cool." And he said, "Are you doing Grace?" And Corey went, "Are you doing Grace and Mamrie?" And then they started asking if we cheers with alcohol. And then they asked, "Are they alcoholics?" And then they just moved on.
That's great. I'll have you know, probably 90% of this podcast we're cheersing with coffee and or
Yes.
Red Bull and seltzer.
Yes, absolutely.
But
So
it's been a fucking hell of a weekend. It's Tuesday.
it is
So
Tuesday.
I needed a goddamn cocktail.
You are correct. It is Tuesday. Wow.
I know. It's been a lifetime of a week.
Yeah.
You guys, what just happened in the literally went from my driveway to here as I was having my dear old truck towed back to my house.
A sad sight.
Here's the deal.
It
Bitch
looks
is almost
very-
50.
Yeah, I know. And she looks vulnerable.
Yeah, I mean, look, she's great. She looks great for her age.
Yeah.
You know, she was born in 1972.
Wow.
But now she decided that, like, yesterday, she was like, no, motherfucker.
I'm tired.
Buy me some new shit. My heart has stopped beating. Buy me some new shit. I need some
Yes.
upgrades, which is not cheap. So anyway, long story short, guys, I got my car towed 2 days ago to a garage. And now I just had it towed back to my house while I make decisions
Right.
on how we're going to fix this little puppy up.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's good. Take your time. Figure out what works best for her.
Yeah.
Feel out the car. What does the car want? What do you want? Etc.
It's it's Chip's
Yeah.
wet dream to discuss options for this car.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
sure.
truck talk. That's the podcast I won't recommend
Truck Talk with Chip Morgan.
because
and
it's
only
not
Chip
real.
Morgan.
And I'm the only listener, and I don't know how to unsubscribe. So anyway, it's been a hell of a time the last couple days.
Very
Have you ever
eventful.
had a weird ass towing
I've
experience?
had a weird ass.
I mean, I've
all
seen
the
it
time. I had SIBO twice. So that does some strange things to your whole system.
I just knocked my tooth into the mic. Have you ever had like a weird towing experience? Because it's a very strange, like intimate thing to get into a tow truck.
Yeah, I
With a
have.
guy.
Yes, I have had my car towed from a Rite Aid parking lot because my engine stalled and I was like, I don't know, 3 minutes from my house.
That's the worst.
And I was going to call an Uber to like take me up to the house. And the guy was like, "You can just hop in the passenger seat." And I was
Yep.
like, okay, yeah, all right. I don't know how to explain why I would want to order an Uber and we're only going through 3 minutes. I was like, sure. And it was just like, I felt like a little kid in a school bus
Yes.
with the bus driver. And I was just like, so, the hills are a little tough, so I'm really sorry, but it's going to be a little bit of an experience for
it
you.
feels like your parents forgot to come get you, and your
Yes.
teacher is giving you a ride home.
Yeah.
And you're like, I know the last thing you want to do right now is have to have a conversation with me.
Oh.
But for my sanity, I need to make you smile.
I know.
Because I'm a crazy person who has to leave you in a better mood than I found you.
Yeah. Well, it's also just the vulnerability of you feeling like you haven't done adulthood correctly to the point that you need a tow truck. Like you have done something wrong or you have not paid
Yeah.
attention to your car. And so now you're in a car with someone whose whole job is just like
Cleaning up other people's bullshit.
fucking bullshit. And then it's just being like, I swear other aspects of my life I am much more capable, but this is not one of them. And I feel very stupid sitting here right now.
I always feel, well, this is what was so crazy. And I've told her this, but I want to tell you guys listening. Is I could tell the car was about to go wild yesterday. And so I straight up U-turned it and started headed towards the garage.
Oof.
They weren't open, but I've done this before a few years ago, and it's been like a solid handful of years since anything had to happen to the Bronco.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm just going to bring it to this place.
Yeah.
Park it in front, hopefully throw my keys in the mail slot. And I was just I was so close. I was like 0.3 miles away, and then you can't do anything. You have to call a tow truck.
No, that's like that's my worst nightmare because cars. The fact that I drive around in a car and I'm allowed to,
Right.
I'm just like I'm conning this system somehow. So please don't let this thing break down
Oh, the
because
amount
I
of
have no
times.
idea what to do.
The amount of times I'm in the middle of driving and go, I'm driving a fucking murder machine.
Yeah, exactly.
One wrong move.
And so are all of these other people.
At crazy ass speeds.
Do we all realize what we're doing? This is incredible and horrifying.
Yeah, I'm like, are all of you guys as qualified as me? A, I doubt it. And B, that's not that good.
Yeah, I know. If you are, that's not good.
I'm eating salad with my hands as I go 70. You know what I mean?
Well, you shouldn't do that.
I know, and I don't recommend it, but we've all been there.
Hey,
We've
yeah.
all been in that position where we're like, what's more dangerous? For me to not, for my blood sugar to
for
keep
me
spiking?
to get hangry or for me to just
Yeah,
eat
road
this
rage or
salad.
hanger. So anyway, but speaking of road rage, okay,
Yeah.
so I called the tow truck guy yesterday. Well, I called AAA. Couldn't recommend it more.
Okay. Okay.
Everyone
Really,
needs to be a AAA member.
if you guys have some free time and are lonely, just call up AAA, see what they're up to, see how it's going. I mean, I'm sure
Are you a
they'd
AAA
love-
member?
I think so. That's how
You better be.
I probably am.
This is my most dad finger wag thing of all time. You better have AAA.
I know we don't get political, but this is what Mamrie stands for.
I get really upset. I've been a proud member since 2011 when I moved out here. So I call AAA. They send one of their guys, right?
Yeah.
This experience, it was a hot day, right?
Okay.
And
Set
the
the
man
scene.
pulls up, and he is an older man,
Uh-huh.
a heftier man, a very sweaty man with a very thick Eastern European accent.
Okay. Okay.
You know, and you could tell he's just already like, ugh, who is this fucking bit? I mean, I was wearing a denim jumpsuit and I was wearing a yellow hat.
Yeah, you look like you
Curious George
walked
hat.
out of like a Goop commercial.
Right. And I've got this baby blue Bronco, and he's just like, who is this bitch whose daddy bought this?
Yeah.
No one did. But so anyway, he pulls up and he's like, no, come get in the car. I was like, I can walk. It's 0.3 miles.
Yeah.
COVID, etc. He was like, no, just come on in. And then as soon as the door closes, he goes, we can't have pretty lady like you sitting on the side of the road. And I was like, oh, here we go.
I understand your intention's good, but that's not the right thing.
It gave me granddaughter vibes, not
Okay.
like hitting on me vibes.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it was fine. But still, it's like, oh, completely unaware.
Yeah.
So we start driving, and I'm like talking to him. It's tow truck drivers, customer service at airports, people who only deal with people's bad moods.
DMV. Yeah. Everything.
I try to be very
Pleasant.
nice to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To counteract like one shitty experience I had.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you busy today? He's like, yes, busy, but better than being bored. I'm like, I agree. I noticed he has the gum cubes.
Oh, I just bought some for my
You just
car.
bought some cubes? I
I
was going to
love
ask
it.
you if you judge cubes.
No, I'm a big cube. I'm big into the gum cubes. I feel like it's eating little blocks of cheese while I'm in my car.
yes, but
yeah.
don't you want to swallow those cubes?
Yeah, I do. It's like sugar cube. They look like sugar cubes, but
Sometimes
they're gummy. And they're also like a little bit too much gum. You know how like one piece
Okay.
of gum is like just enough for
You
your
want
mouth?
3/4 of a cube.
This is like almost eating like a now and later. Is that what they're called? Those gummy?
There are things called that.
Yeah, it's like eating one of those where, yeah, your instinct is to swallow it because it feels like you're eating candy.
Well, now and later is our candy.
Right, that's what I'm saying. The
Oh,
cube gum
feels like
yeah, my
candy.
instinct is that I'm eating just like a now and later.
What's
and
a real mind fuck is one time Chip gave me Tic Tac gum,
that's
and I just thought it was an old Tic Tac.
wow. I didn't know Tic Tacs made gum in the same form
In
as
the
a Tic
same shape. Isn't that fucked?
That's a bit fucked. A bit
Like you're
fucked.
eating that Tic Tac, and first of all, I'm sure so many people swallow it, but also you get in there and you're like, oh, I can't wait to have a Tic Tac.
Yep.
Why is it so chewy?
Yeah, exactly. And depending on who gave it to you, do you follow up with why is it so chewy?
You do if it's Chip.
Yeah.
But so anyway, I'm checking out his goods. I'm like, all right, he's got good AC, he's got cubes.
Yep, he's got them cubes. Also, the packaging on them is way too much plastic for the entire state of the world.
It's a to-go
But
coffee cup.
It literally sits perfectly in your cup holder. And so it just takes up space, and it's just like, it's the representation of like how to be in the world. Like just take up space unapologetically.
I mean, someone is studying psychology.
Hey, I just came from a Joseph Campbell class earlier today, so my brain is
the hero's journey.
scrambled. Yeah.
Okay. But they should definitely. I feel like there's other like products that go, and once you're done with this, reuse the jar for that. Like the cube cup is so big that I'm shocked that they don't go.
How big is it?
Big enough to be like a kid's water cup afterwards.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
like
a
little
reduce,
trash
reuse.
can afterwards.
Oh, would it? You know what it'd be great for?
Hmm.
My hair in the shower can.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyway,
yes.
so I'm checking out situation. I'm like, you have a good day. He's busy. He's great. And then I'm not kidding. It's like a 90-second drive, right?
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
like, let's keep it surface. He goes, except the last guy. I'm like, oh, he goes, I told his car. He comes out. He throws a quarter at me and says, there's your tip. All fine and good, right? I'm like, oh, that
Wow.
sucks. Except in that exact moment in my brain, I realize I don't have my wallet.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Uh-oh.
I don't have my fucking wallet.
And this man has been very specifically disgraced.
Within 20 seconds, he's told me how someone just threw a quarter at him.
Which is such a wild thing to do to another person.
Could you imagine?
I can't imagine having it done to me. I can't imagine doing it to someone else. But that's like a person that I guess you don't want to cross, because if they just got quarters lying around and they're ready to flick them at you, what else are they capable of?
Yeah, but you know who I don't want to piss off? The person who's dangling my car from chains and could like accidentally slip.
Whoops. Yeah.
But so anyway, so I'm terrified. So I text our friend Jacqueline because she lives right in that neighborhood. And I'm like, and she said she would give me a ride. I was like, I'll text a ride home.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll text you when I'm like all done. And I was just like, please come fast. Please bring $20. Please bring. And I was terrified for the next 10 minutes that he was going to wrap up and I wasn't going to have any money to tip him.
Yeah. But did
it was scary.
It worked out?
It worked out. She got there right in time.
Okay.
He was great. And then this other tow truck guy I just had, I told you, I'm leaving a Yelp review. He was so delightful.
Yeah, you were outside for a while and came back in and were just like, you looked shocked and I didn't know if something horrible happened. But then you're like, I'm leaving a Yelp review. And I was like, still, I don't know if this is a good or
right.
bad.
That means very good or very bad. No one gets on Yelp to go,
You know what? It was lackluster
Fine.
and not memorable, but the job got done.
He was delightful.
Wow. That's very sweet. That gives me hope. I mean, they must deal with the craziest
That's
shit.
what I'm saying.
Like the actual crazy, because it's people that are just in the most compromised state and they've done it to themselves.
Well, twofold. It's
most times.
It's both that.
Yeah.
It's going, these people are like, oh my God, am I about to have a bill that's going to change my life?
Yeah.
Or they are called to tow someone's car who doesn't want it towed.
Yeah.
And if you walk up and your car's going on a tow truck and you're like, you're freaking out. I mean, like I've had my car towed once in LA.
Same.
And it cost me like $500 to get it back.
It wasn't easy or pretty, and it was my fault. So I couldn't get mad at anyone but myself.
100% mine too.
Yeah. So
anyway, those are my toe tales. Y'all, have you decided you want to start taking care of yourself? Well, then let me recommend Care Of. Their products are formulated with good-for-you, clean ingredients that are backed by science. They're also super transparent about the research and sourcing behind each of their products. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about vitamins, y'all. Forever, it has been the hardest thing for me to actually take vitamins. You gotta open every single bottle. By the end of it, my wrist hurts and I'm gonna have to take a pain medication just for my wrist. Well, no longer. Care Of vitamins, they come in these little individually wrapped packets that are perfect for getting back into or starting a new routine. Studies show it can take about 30 days for you to see the benefits of a new supplement routine. So consistency is key, and this is fantastic. I throw a couple in my car, in my purse, just so I know that I'm going to grab it and go and take them. They make it easy with a personalized subscription delivered to your door each month, contact-free, so you never have to worry about running out. And I'm sure you're saying, I don't know what vitamins to take. I'm not a nutritionist. Don't worry, they have an online quiz. They can ask you questions about your diet, lifestyle, and health concerns to help you address your specific wellness goals. They have a personally tailored approach to your unique health needs. So if you follow Care Of's expert advice or adjust your pack at any time, whatever you want is totally up to you. So begin to focus on your health as we make our way out of winter hibernation and into warmer weather. Come on, y'all. If this sounds good to you, go for 50% off your first Care Of order. Go to takecareof.com and enter code TMGW50. That is takecareof.com and enter code TMGW50 for 50% off your first order. Go take care of it. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. You guys, I friggin' love Best Fiends. This is not me waxing poetic on some talking points. This is me genuinely saying that I am in bed playing Best Fiends instead of meditating or lighting a candle or getting all cozy. All I want to do is get to the next level. This game is so damn fun. It's a great way to unwind after you've had a lot of annoyances of traffic if you're out there driving, or, video calls with coworkers, and when you forget you haven't been muted. It's a great way to blow off steam. I love playing Best Fiends, and it is a top-rated mobile puzzle adventure game for a reason. It gives me hours of entertainment. Honestly, I'll be like, let me just see if I can pass this level. And before I know it, I'm like, bitch, go to bed. I love it. It's so cute. First of all the little icons are like leaves and strawberries and daisies, and it's just genuinely a pleasing thing to look at. Plus, the fiends are adorable. I feel like they're my teammates now. They're my little weird ragtag crew, and we're getting the job done, okay? We're killing it. With Best Fiends, there's something new today, tomorrow, every day after that, because there's literally thousands of levels to play, even though I'm stuck on 98, son of a bitch, and counting, plus tons of cute characters to collect, so you never get tired of solving puzzles. And good news, with Best Fiends, the fun never ends, and you might become obsessed. So download Best Fiends free today on the Apple App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R. It's Best Fiends. You're welcome, and I'm sorry.
You've had a very, was this on Easter? Is this how you celebrated Easter?
This was on he has risen, and by he, I mean my Bronco onto a tow truck.
Yeah.
That happened 2 days earlier. Friggin' rock hit my windshield in my other car. Cracked it. I'm paying out the ass for that. Don't let me drive your car. Don't let me drive your car. My cars are in retrograde.
That's what I said. You had to check your CoStar app to see what they're reporting for you right now.
I deleted mine.
Did you? I'm opening mine.
It's going to be
now.
like avoid cars.
Right.
Highways. Okay. Russian men.
Mine says do old libraries, citations, and parchment, but don't split hairs, timelines, or tongue-tied.
Wow.
So, yeah. I will not make any plans.
I've been using a lot of parchment paper the past few days.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Is this for you? Maybe
I've been making fake cakes.
Oh, yeah. How's that going?
It's going really great.
Fake cakes. That's my new game show that I want to have.
It's like the Japanese, is it chocolate?
You have to punch, you get to choose to punch a cake and decide whether you think it's going to be fake or not.
I love this game show.
Yeah.
It's going to be a short one.
Yeah, you're trying to, that's one
maybe
round.
Maybe a web series.
Yeah. That's one round of the bigger game, Desserts.
Wow.
Yeah, see,
I like this.
I just want to host a game show. That's all.
I know, me too. We're going to get it one day.
I'm manifesting.
No, I'm making fake cakes. Here's the deal.
Mamrie's doing well. This has a purpose. This isn't her spiraling.
Chip, please come home. Doesn't have sex for 2 weeks. This is what happens to me.
I broke both my cars, but I've been making fake cakes.
Okay. A million years ago, you know when Amy Sedaris had her books? That was
like the DIY stuff?
Yeah, the hospitality thing
yeah.
like that. Well, I'm obsessed with her. I love her. And she has this crazy ass apartment in the West Village that's like every single corner of it is her.
Yeah.
You know, it's her personality. She has pet bunnies fucking jumping around.
She has the best Instagram.
Yes.
I love it.
It's so good. But so she has like a display. One of the things she loves, which I'm also obsessed with, is fake food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when I was a little kid and you played kitchen, like I was obsessed with the fake food.
Yeah, really? Just because it like the artistry of it?
I don't know. I just thought it was so fun. Like I had this one brownie with a walnut on top and it kind of smelled like brownies. I was sniffing that thing like I was on
My
Strange Addiction.
Okay, yeah.
I just love fake food.
That's great.
Yeah. So anyway, you saw that. We both have fake burgers in our house.
Yes,
Come
yes.
on.
I like that aesthetic, but I don't. Well, I do remember as a kid loving just like toys that were really related to jobs. I think we've talked about this before.
Okay. Did you have stethoscopes and stuff for doctors?
No,
or?
but I would go through the JCPenney catalog every year before Christmas to circle the things.
I did
that
too.
And it was always like Little Miss Professional and Little Miss Lawyer. And it was basically just dress up costumes. It was like going through, and it was like a little briefcase or here's a cash register. And I was like, I want the devices that indicate jobs.
Cash registers were fun.
Yeah, they're very, very cute.
You know what I had though? An actual cash register.
That doesn't surprise me. You had fake food, actual cash register as a child. That makes sense.
It's just all coming back to me of I don't know what friend of a friend was like, hey, do you want a cash register? And we took it, and I had an actual cash register.
I mean, that'd be so fun.
Haven't thought of this 30 years. No, but I love fake food. I think it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And so Amy Sedaris, one of the things she has a big fake turkey, whatever, but she has these fake cakes.
Oh,
that
cute.
look like cakes.
Yeah.
And then I recently on Instagram saw a couple artists, because I follow all quirky artists, were doing them. And I was looking to see when orders go open and how much it was.
Yeah.
And then I was like, why don't I just try to fucking make one?
Hell yeah.
So I watched YouTube tutorials.
Never heard of them.
I mean, I've always heard this is what YouTube is for. Never actually learned anything off of it in my life. And I watched some very pleasant Midwestern women show you how to do it.
Wow.
Went to the fucking Dollar Tree, went to Michael's, and I'm plastering some damn cakes. And you know what? It's fun. I feel like people are going to be like, make me one for my birthday now.
That's a great idea, except in me world, I think I would get high and just want to actually eat the cake itself.
I'm not saying that's out of the realm of possibility.
Right. I guess that's the fun. That's the gamble of it. Because the burger stool I have is too exaggerated for me to actually think of it as food.
See, I don't even think it's big enough to be a stool.
Well, I put my butt on it.
That's what constitutes what a stool is?
Yeah, I don't know if it's for children. It might be actually for children because my knees were to my ears when I sat on it.
Yeah.
But it felt strong. It made me feel safe.
It would be a stool at a kid's table.
Yes, that would make the better sense for it. But it's sold at Urban Outfitters. So.
You know what you did?
Uh-oh, what?
You bought the exact burger that I saved Nicole Byer from buying.
Oh, the big thing? Yeah?
Yeah, because I have the same one, but it's glass.
But mine's this big.
Oh, it's that big?
Yeah, it's it's at least
6 inches
a foot and a
smaller.
half, 2 feet tall, something like that. So
okay,
it is
mine's a foot.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
a little more.
It is
Okay.
a little bit bigger.
Okay,
I think
got
it is.
Oh, look, we're bracking whose burger's bigger.
Whose burger's bigger? Yeah. I was gonna say maybe I already talked about this. I just realized the other day that Gordon Ramsay follows both of us on Instagram. Maybe I said this last week.
Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah. Yeah, he follows.
Wait!
Go look at it right now.
Wait,
Fact
for
check.
real? See, okay, here's the connection.
But he follows a few thousand people.
Well, the connection to me
It blew
is
my
I
mind.
played Julia Child versus Gordon Ramsay.
I think we talked about this.
But I didn't know he followed me.
I didn't know either until a video of his daughter and him and his daughter pulling a prank on him came up on the Instagram Explore page, and it was so funny. And it was great. And I went to his profile and I started following, and it said follow back, and I was like,
oh my God.
right. Is it confirmed?
Wait, yeah, okay. He follows 7,000, but still,
Right.
if I'm one of the 7,000
Right?
people in the world that Gordon Ramsay follows,
I had this in my notes, but I couldn't remember if I knew we talked around Gordon
he follows
Ramsay.
us and Hannah and Tyler and Louise Pentland and
His social media person.
But honestly, he only follows 12 people I follow.
Wow.
So he's not a total hoe.
No. So should we reach out to see if he'll do a how you been with us?
Oh my God. We have to do look, oh my God, look, right now on the pod, I'm hitting follow back.
There you go. He'll get that notification. Of course he will.
Oh my, I feel
know.
so powerful.
Same. Okay. So you're having the same experience that I did. So I don't feel so cheesy for having been
No.
am I over exaggerating how excited I am about this?
I'm nervous that now there's too much power
I know.
because I'm good at a drunk DM.
And now you got to put those fake cakes up for him to look at. And
he better love them.
Right?
He saw my berry tartare
He
last
might
week.
have. Yeah. I know. I went back
I don't know what his algorithm is like with that many followers.
I went back through my whole profile. And I was like, what would he have thought if he saw this?
Oh my
God.
The amount of times I do that to be like, do I look cool?
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden I'm like, you know what's not cool? The fact that you're in your fucking 2018 archives, you fucking dork.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, to be like, what would people say if they saw that? I've been posting a lot of food and drink content.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question that popped up into my head when we were discussing the burgers.
Okay.
Get ready. Not high, half a cocktail.
Great. Go for it. I'm ready. I'm a wealth of answers, so go ahead.
Are stools named after stool because your butt goes on it? Or is stool named after stools because they come out of your butt where a stool would be?
Wow. It's unfortunate that you ask a question like this because did you see Yahoo Answers just closed down last week? They're shutting down the site. I saw Hank Green tweeting like, "Can I buy it from you?" Because Yahoo Answers notoriously has the craziest questions.
I've never been on there my entire life.
Oh well, you have missed some real.
Who goes to Yahoo instead of Google?
So many people.
I'd rather Jeeves it.
For so many years, everyone has been using it. And
should we ask Jeeves?
Well, I went and I saw this BuzzFeed article that was like, here are some of the top posts or like the best posts of Yahoo Answers because it's just anything anyone's thinking all the time. They just put it out there for people to respond. It's not even getting an answer from Yahoo.
It's not even a professional.
No, it's like a public forum for people to respond to each other.
Got it.
And one of them is someone posted, "Can I tell by the smell of my husband's gas if he has been cheating? I know this sounds crazy, but..."
Oh my God!
I know! Hubs usually has his own smell. The family always knows when he has passed gas, even if he tries to be funny and blame it on the dog. Lately, he has had to work late a few times, and each time he comes home, his gas smelled unlike anything I've ever smelled from him. Kind of like maybe he had Thai food or something. He says he has only been at work and not anywhere else, but something is definitely different.
Oh,
do you think he's cheating? So like,
first of all, I could taste that fart. First of all,
if you know,
I'm so grossed out.
What kind of food someone's had by the notes of their fart, that seems like a bigger problem than is he cheating.
No, I mean, I think there are some people who have distinct farts.
Yeah.
Like, I know what my childhood best friend Kara's farts smell like to this day.
Wow.
I haven't seen her in 20 years. But I would be like, that's a fucking Kara fart.
Blast from your past.
You know, literally an ass blast from the past. And so she's like, it's not, well, if he's working late, he's probably sneaking a fourth meal in.
Who knows?
Doesn't want to like hurt your feelings.
Or if he's working late, there's stress involved. That plays into all kinds of stuff.
Now, I know.
This is
the grossest conversation.
This is where Yahoo, we got there. Answers was such a beautiful forum.
Wow.
I haven't visited, but.
And can I tell you this?
Yeah.
So the chamber pot back in the day where you'd defecate.
Yes.
Was called a stool in the 1500s and earlier.
Okay.
Before running water, it was, that it was like a box with a hole in it, and the waste was removed. So it was like you were sitting on a wooden stool.
Oh.
And it says early English monarchs actually had a member of their staff called groom of the stool.
Groom of the stool.
Whose role was to help the king use the stool in a dignified manner as possible. The title was highly sought after for the younger members of the aristocracy.
Was it really?
Because of the access it afforded to the seat of power in the kingdom.
So, I mean, literally and metaphorically.
Groom of the stool, I feel like, is the Bridgerton spinoff we should pitch.
I don't even know Bridgerton, but I'm like, that's pretty funny. That is groom of the stool.
Groom of the stool.
Oh, that's like I hope that they have an episode of Great Pottery Throwdown where they're trying to make bedchamber pots.
Okay, here's the deal. I watched two episodes on Sunday.
I'm halfway through episode 2.
Well,
I'm taking my time.
I've never watched any of it before.
Oh.
So I'm starting on season 4 because I'm like, it's just
they
because
change hosts like every season, by the way.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, this was
so don't get too invested.
This was my question about the hosts.
Yeah.
I've watched 2 episodes. This guy's crying this host is crying.
This man that's the judge.
They'll be like, here's my third grader's ashtray. And he'll be like, and he's eking out tears. Is this an every episode thing? Is he just very sweet?
The first
I don't trust him.
We started watching this at the beginning of quarantine. We found it on
remember.
HBO Max if anyone's interested. Keith Brymer, that's the guy, and he did this in the first episode that we watched, and it blew my mind.
It blew my mind too. He didn't even know these people. It was the first episode of the season.
He does it all the time, and I thought it was so ridiculous, and now I love it. It's his version of Ding Dong. He just starts crying, and it's so great. Well, and everyone gets emotional. It's like the Paul Hollywood handshake. They want to make him cry.
Yeah, but the thing is that I saw him cry on the first critique of the first episode I've ever seen. So then I was like,
but that's also they're in quarantine, so I think there's a lot of emotional layers.
They've already gotten to know each other for 2 weeks leading up.
I think he can't believe that the show's been able to come back, and he hasn't probably been able to get into a potting studio in the way that he might like. Because I just watched it too, and I was like, oh, he's letting it go immediately. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
immediately.
It's pretty great. But yeah, he does that a lot.
That does make sense though on these shows that it's like they've probably already been there for 2 weeks and become good friends.
Yeah.
As opposed to a normal season where they'll like sequester contestants to not meet each other until they're on camera.
Yeah, and it's got the overall inherent sweetness that the Great British Baking Show has, where they're all just like not. This is something that they love, and it's not their job. You know, it's not their thing that they get. It's their hobby. And so
amateur bakers, amateur potists. Oh yeah, because they brought in a pro and they watched like, boing, I can't believe that's possible.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. But yeah, he cries all the time, which is to me so interesting because also when he's moved and he doesn't cry, you're like, what happened? What's going on with him?
I mean, look. If I was on Great British Bake Off and the person in front of me got a handshake and I didn't, I would be like, oh man, okay, I just like technically I did need to do better and this and that, and I could work on my flavors. But if the person in front of me got a full crying from the judge and I got like a great job, that would affect me more. That would like, I'd replay that in my brain a lot more.
Oh yeah, that you didn't make someone cry.
Yeah.
That you didn't bring someone to tears with your art. Yeah, that'll cut you deep. And also, he is such a like physically large man, and so watching him cry is just so jarring sometimes that you're like, is he putting this on? What's going on?
I was already checking my phone to see if Gordon Ramsay had the information.
I mean, he is 8 hours ahead, so if he's in the UK, so we have to give him that credit.
I'm so excited.
I know. I can't believe I didn't tell you before.
Because you know what? You know who loves us? That's how I love to start any sentence. Jamie Oliver loves us.
Right.
He did a You Deserve a Drink, and he had a great time, and we stuck around and drank longer.
He has allowed me, my family, and you to eat in his restaurants at a discounted rate, which has been so lovely. Thank you so much.
I mean, express your love through discounts.
Yes,
That's what I would always love.
We've talked about Native before, and I'm going to say it some more because it is a fantastic product that has been working for me. Native deodorant is formulated without aluminum, parabens, or talc. It's also vegan and never tested on animals, which myself and Beans very much appreciates. It's made with ingredients that you've actually friggin' heard of, like coconut oil, shea butter, and you wear deodorant every day, so you should kind of be able to understand what you're putting up in there, right? Plus it works. Switching to Native from an antiperspirant doesn't mean that you're gonna have to worry about midday BO. No, okay? I'm not trying to be natural just to smell like I'm at a friggin' music festival 4 days into camping. No, thank you. They have delicious scents, 10 of them to be exact, and they've got seasonal ones that also rotate. They have classic scents like coconut and vanilla, they're most popular, lavender and rose, cucumber and mint, citrus and herbal musk. Plus, if you're really concerned about it, they also have a plastic-free option, which is great, okay? You just request it specially. And maybe you're more into a more natural scent. Well, if so, Native has popular unscented. Yes, if you are more sensitive, check out their sensitive collection that is made without baking soda. There's no risk to try, free shipping on every order in the US, and Native offers a 30-day free returns and exchanges in the US. So, I mean, why wouldn't you at least try it? Make the switch to Native today by going to nativedeo.com/TMGW20 or use the promo code TMGW20 at checkout and get 20% off your first order. That's nativedeo.com/TMGW20 or use promo code TMGW20 at checkout for 20% off your first order. Do you like having a homemade meal, but sometimes you don't want to go through the rigmarole of going to the grocery store and maybe you have to go at 5 p.m., which is a friggin' nightmare? Well, HelloFresh cuts out stressful meal planning and grocery store trips so you can enjoy cooking and get dinner on the table in about 30 minutes or less. Plus, they offer 25 plus recipes to choose from each week. From vegetarian meals, which I love, to craft burgers and extra special gourmet options, there is something for everyone to enjoy. And with all recipes designed and tested by professional chefs and nutritional experts, they ensure deliciousness and simplicity. You guys, I recently had a HelloFresh meal. So freaking delicious. It was like a Tuscan chickpea, kale, and tomato soup. It's like hitting every single bop, bop, bop on my taste buds. It also came with couscous and Parmesan and garlic ciabatta. Y'all, it was just the slightest bit overcast in LA, and so I was like, it's a damn soup day, and it was delicious. If you would like to try HelloFresh and choose from all of their incredible meals just to make your week a little easier, go to HelloFresh.com/TMGW12 and use the code TMGW12 for 12 free meals, including free shipping. That is freaking insane. Again, that is HelloFresh.com/TMGW12 and use code TMGW12 for 12 free meals. Oh my word, go impress some people. It is America's #1 meal kit, so go get in there.
Speaking of reality TV, though.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
It's my jam.
So, new season of Drag Race. You do amazing write-ups on our Patreon. Honestly, Grace, and for those who are thinking about Patreon, like it's worth the price of the lowest tier alone for her write-ups. They make me howl.
Oh, good. It takes me a few hours, and
They are delisted,
I tried
like
it.
lol worthy.
But we also have this now fostered a community where everyone's responses are so
funny.
good and so funny that I sit there and I have to go, Elliot, I won't be available for like another hour after I post this because I want
to respond.
And also, everyone just has amazing thoughts that I hadn't thought of before.
I love it. Well, this isn't about Drag Race itself because I won't go into a show for those who don't watch, whatever. But I wanted to watch it last week.
Yeah.
And I've told you like my ups and downs of it's not, I do Hulu Live for my live TV.
Yes.
And VH1 isn't on there.
Right. Oh, really?
Really?
Wow.
So what I've been doing is waiting till it goes on Amazon the next day and then buying the episode.
Yeah, that's what I do
Which
too.
is just annoying when normally it's fine because I'll be like doing something, whatever.
Right.
I had nothing to watch and I was like, I can watch this in real time. I had a long ass week because I actually, you guys aren't gonna believe this, I actually worked last week.
She did a gig.
I did a gig.
It's incredible.
A GIG. Cool cat.
She gets her Bronco back and has half a cocktail.
Right? I'm gigging, baby. So I did a gig, and so then I was like, I just want to order, let's be honest, too much money worth of delivery.
Yep.
Like they're going to give me 5 forks.
Yep.
Sit on the couch, put on pajamas at 5.
Yeah.
And just literally vegetarian the fuck out.
Yep. Go into your own little safe space.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, fuck, I can't do it. So this had happened to, well, actually, that had happened to me a week before.
Yeah, I remember you texted me being like, how do I watch Drag Race?
Yes.
And I was like, Amazon?
So then I Google all of it, and I'm like, in real time. So there's this streaming platform that's like Philo?
Yes.
I don't know, PH.
Yeah.
And everyone said, like, use that one. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to free trial it. I also looked, and it's like, this is, again, non-sponsored, but it was like $7 a month. So I was like, whatever. If I forget.
It's like I have the WoW network, and I forget that I have it
I do too, but they don't show it live on WoW.
Oh, weird.
They
Interesting.
don't. Anyway,
Okay.
sorry. But anyway, so I sign up for it. I watch it live that week. The next week is when I'm vegging out, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh God, I can't wait. And for some reason, it's showing me like Janet Jackson's Why'd I Get Married at 8 p.m. Janet Jackson has like, some movies. And it said it was supposed to be Janet Jackson's Why'd I Get Married at 8 p.m. And I was like, it must think I'm on East Coast time.
Right,
like if something fucked up. I fucking call Philo. I'm on hold for like 10 minutes. At this point, it's like edging towards 8 p.m. I'm like, oh, fuck. I got to get in there. I got to get it changed. He finally answers. I'm like out of breath.
The guy at Philo's like, oh my God, the phone is ringing.
He's like, it's our first call, guys.
Everyone
get your cameras ready. Get your
Chill out. We're a real company and everyone calm the fuck down, okay?
No one noticed the balloons in the ceiling that will drop.
Hello?
hello. So anyway, I'm like, hey, I'm like, the time is wrong on my Philo, whatever you guys are. He was just like, okay, let me pull it up. And meanwhile, I'm like, the ticking clock of when the recap's going to come on. I'm like, and he's like, well, no, actually, it appears that you are on West Coast time. It says 8 p.m. I go, yeah, but the show I'm trying to watch, like, it's not there. Like, I don't know what the disconnect is. Can you, like, reset it or something? Like, it is starting in a few minutes. And I am, like, losing it, right? So he's like, okay, let me see. I'm stressing him out.
Yeah, clearly this means a lot to you. We will get it figured out for you, ma'am.
Yeah, he was like on my team. It wasn't like an abrasive situation. I was just like, yeah, no, I mean, I'm just trying to watch Drag Race. And so he's going off. Meanwhile, Janet Jackson is just playing a relationship therapist on TV. And I'm like, I don't want to watch this movie.
Janet Jackson is in scripted movies?
Yeah, dude.
I didn't know that.
She's the love interest in Nutty Professor.
You just Hannah Harted me. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. Sorry to dude you. She's the love interest in Nutty Professor, Poetic Justice.
Oh.
She's in a lot of, she can act her little tail off. But so anyway, so I'm like 12 minutes into this call, just vehemently saying you need to fix this.
You are edging in TV terms.
Yes. And then I realize it's Thursday.
Oh my God.
It's the wrong day. It's the wrong day. And I just go, I've made a huge mistake. And I hang up.
He's like, that was the longest and strangest prank call we've had at Philo, a real company.
It was, I was 24 hours too early. Then I got nervous that he was going to then reset it. I straight up said on that call, I go, well, I don't know if you guys have me on Hawaiian time or what, but this is not what should be playing right now at 8 p.m.
And then you should go leave a Yelp review for Philo just to counteract the
truly.
mistake. Oh,
that's how excited I was for the show.
Incredible.
I mean, I was like,
incredible. I mean, the finale is next week.
Oh, I can't wait.
Any who are you? Can I ask who you're rooting for, or who you think will win? No spoilers, but I mean, you guys would be caught up by now.
It's Candy Muse, Rosa, Simone, it's Simone or Gottmik.
Really? I think they're setting Rose up to be like a huge contender too.
Rose, no way.
There you go.
Gottmik's my pick. Gottmik's my pick. Simone, break it home.
I'm curious.
God. I'm like,
I know you've had a lot of trauma. You've had to call a lot of people to help you out from different things this whole week. You need to sit down. I feel like I need to leave before something breaks or this like washer and dryer behind me explodes.
You know what I'm gonna need if this week gets any more stressful? A groom of the stool.
A groom of the stool.
Someone to lead me. I did need a groom of the stool. I could have used that recently during one of our training sessions. You guys, I've gotten Grace to agree to work out on Fridays.
I go on Friday mornings, TGIF.
Not till 9:30. We're sleeping in.
That's basically sleeping in. And it is difficult.
It's very difficult.
And I try to really like show up and be good in front of other people.
I think you're doing a great job.
When I get home, I am destroyed.
But like destroyed. Oh, you mean like you don't want to show how tired you are in person?
I'm like, it's also, I have
because your attitude's always great. You're a nice person.
It's super fun. And that's the thing too, is that I've never done like training like this. So I'm like,
me neither.
The same with like sitting in the front seat of a tow truck guy is like, how casual are we going to be in our conversation? Can I make jokes? Or is that like, do you think I'm stalling or distracting from the actual activity?
I make jokes constantly.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's so fun, and it actually is so nice to have accountability and to know that my weekend is getting started off in the healthiest way that it could.
No, totally. It is kind of the because we do 9:30s on Fridays.
Yeah.
We've done it the past 2 weeks, and we will continue.
I get it. Mm-hmm.
It's good, and you're right. It does go like, oh, well, even if I'm a lazy piece of shit this weekend, I did that one thing.
Totally.
But I think you're killing it. And when we showed up on, I went on Friday, even though I'd had the world's longest week and gotten in a fight with the philo.
And made that person question their entire reality.
Like, I really don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, it's showing a Janet Jackson film during a prime slot.
They're like, we're not a real company. You're using a service that it shouldn't exist. I don't know.
Like, we're in an empty Halloween Express with 2 Dell desktop computers trying to be a streaming service.
We have 17 users, and you are calling trying to get something fixed. We don't know what to do.
Oh, so funny. They're like, we don't even have a digital clock. So anyway, but you did a great job.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to continuing it and like making it like a a regular thing that also forces me to try to work out like one other time during the
Right.
week so that I'm not just going in completely starting over every single time
Yeah,
on
so
Friday.
it's not like you're having one healthy meal a week.
Oh, I forgot. Speaking of Drag Race, did you see? I got so duped. The only April Fool's thing that I got duped by, the only
Yes,
thing
I saw it.
was Bianca Del Rio's post that RuPaul had to suddenly step down as the head judge and that she would be replacing him as the head judge on Drag Race. And I have never
Hilarious.
Googled things faster. I was like on every tab open looking, why isn't this trending on
Yep.
Twitter? This is huge news. What's going on?
Yep.
And it took me all of like 5 full minutes to realize that it was a prank. And I was like,
It was
you
a
know
good.
what?
I was going to ask you if I mean, luckily Chip was out of town during April
Oh,
Fools.
yeah, you got off.
Okay.
Well.
And then were you looking at my Nest cam? No, but I didn't do any April. I mean, I rarely do. But
I didn't even realize it was April Fool's until I saw people tweeting like, happy day that marketing companies fuck up and have to apologize for their April Fool's jokes.
Oh yeah, I had a friend who made a video. I mean, they're so bad at April Fools. I'm
Yeah.
trying to look up.
Oh, there's the one that I
Oh, man.
saw on Delisted that seemed like an April Fool's prank, but it might not be an April Fool's prank. Is it Cravey? Have you heard of this?
Who Cravey?
Cravey is, I think it's Ocean Spray and Heinz are coming together to make cranberry gravy. And they, first of all, put this out there as like a quote prank on April Fools, but then they're
Now
just
people
like,
want it.
no, they're just going, totally a prank if people demand this. And everyone's like, no one wants this.
Weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess when you're eating Thanksgiving,
It all goes
they
to
get
the same space.
they get kind of mixed up. But you know what? I'm grossed out.
Yeah, there you go. See?
I'm grossed out when they put. I don't want my peanut butter and my jelly in the same jar.
Right, or ketchup and mustard necessarily.
Get out of here with
No,
that.
No way. No way.
I understand we need to like save plastic, etc.
Yeah.
But like, there's a time and a place.
Mhm.
Drink one less water bottle a year.
There
You
you
know what
go.
I mean? Like, give me my condiments compartmentalized.
This is, if you wondered, like, what she actually said to the Philo guy, it was along these
Well,
terms.
I just went and looked, and that conversation happened on April 1st.
Oh, that man.
Do you think he thinks I
he's-
did the world's worst April
Yes.
Fool's joke?
I think somewhere on
oh my God,
another,
my reputation is at stake.
I think some other podcast, there is audio being played of a woman going, but the program I want is not on right now. And they're
Am
going,
I on Hawaii time? Like, losing it.
oh, I love it.
Okay.
Oh, the only other story I had that is.
I have a bunch, but we're going to wrap it up soon.
Yeah. This is important, maybe PSA.
Okay.
Ravens are accused of stealing groceries from Alaska Costco customers. And
wow.
these are the 2 quotes under the headline of this article.
Oh my God.
Quote, they know what they're doing. It's not their first time, one customer said. They're very fat, so I think they've got a whole system there.
Holy
Yep,
shit.
It's been fully investigated.
Ravens.
Yep. And they're just dropping into Costco customers and stealing all the food. So be careful.
First of all, respect.
I mean, great. Go for it.
Go for it.
I mean, they're called a murder. So, like, go get those,
Those are crows.
discounts. Oh,
What's the
right.
difference in crows and ravens? Aren't those the same thing?
Wow. I don't know if that's offensive.
Well, hold on. Are crows and ravens the same? Because
Again,
ravens
Mamrie,
are from Baltimore.
Again, memory's not high.
Okay, here we go. Ravens
Mhm.
differ from crows in appearance by their larger bill, tail shape, flight pattern, and larger size. So
Which is
ravens
how
are bigger than crows
That's
because
literally how you describe the difference between any 2 birds.
yeah. by bills and wings. But what's crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God!
Uh-oh. Here she goes. Here she goes.
This is huge. This is huge.
What is?
It says crows are the size of pigeons, which means me talking about crows in my neighborhood,
Are they-
they've been ravens this whole
They've
time.
been ravens the whole time?
This whole,
Is that true?
time.
Crows don't get bigger than the size of pigeons?
that's what it says.
I don't know why I got a whole chill up my whole body.
I've been calling these motherfucker crows. Now I got to know, do ravens hold grudges?
Wow. Wow.
Because I've been scared of these crows, but not saying anything because I know they hold grudges. If they're ravens, I'm going to fucking wall out on them.
I mean, you've been warmed up all week to wall out on people.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Wow, this is crazy.
Okay.
Crows might be a part of the raven family. I don't know. But
Wow.
anyway, it says they have the ability to hold grudges for up to 2 years.
Crows and ravens?
Apparently.
Wow.
Some
Oh,
birdologist is listening to this right now,
Just
wanting to just
screaming.
drive off a bridge.
Just screaming, leaving a furious review in our app store.
Wow.
I mean, we, can't help but get really educational sometimes, you guys.
I mean, I could talk birds all day, but okay, well, that's scary. But I told you too, either I was saying a crow or perhaps a raven
Yeah.
takes a massive shit on my deck in the
Yeah.
same place.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's going on there, bud?
I don't know.
Let's call the bird doctor.
I know. And now that you can, maybe it just felt like it wasn't seen that you were calling it a different type of bird. Also, I saw a squirrel take a shit from a tree the other day. I've never seen it before in my whole life. It was unbelievable and so embarrassing for it. It looked so
Did
stupid.
it look you in the eyes like a dog?
We have this tree right out in front of our house that you can see. Like we have these windows that look at this beautiful tree, and there's this one
my God.
squirrel that loves this tree. And I was like, "What's that squirrel doing?" And Elliot goes, "He's gonna take a shit." And I was like, no way! I've never seen a squirrel take a shit. It literally just dropped a deuce right in front of me, like
Oh my
a
God.
dog, but in a branch, doing it from the sky down to the ground. And I was like, I've never ever seen that before.
Do you think? I'm sorry that this episode is brought to you by poop. But like, if you're a longtime listener, you knew we were due
Yeah.
for the due.
Yep.
Well, this is a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when I went to
Did you just answer your own question in your head?
Hold on. I think I just know. I just remembered when I went to Costa Rica a million years ago.
Uh-huh.
I feel like, and this could be a fake fact, so don't come for me on Twitter, that like sloths only came out of the tree to take a shit on the ground. Are you telling me that squirrels prefer to poop from a height? Remember how I used to say height?
Height. There you
A
go.
height
Yeah.
than from the ground?
Look, this one
You
is
come down for that.
this one is doing it, and honestly, I understand because the tree serves as a giant squatty potty. Like it makes sense to me, and I
Did
couldn't.
he have a groom of the stool?
Yeah, the raccoons have been acting in different various roles around the house.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this has been an experience.
Yep. Whew.
There's been a lot of ground covered. I honestly have a lot more to talk about, but we've got a blinking red light
Yep.
on our battery,
Yep,
on our
yep,
camera
yep.
for the YouTube version of this show.
So, guys,
Oh,
next
get
week
ready.
I'm
Next
going to
week.
solve this sloth mystery because I have now a tab open that just says sloths.
I'm pretty sure they just come out of the tree to poop, and it takes forever.
I'm sure.
You know what I mean? Like, you would not want to be with
That
your
groom.
friend sloth at the club, and they're like,
No.
let's go pee, and you're like, oh my God. This is going to take hours. Fuck.
Our camera ran out.
Okay, this got weird.